Oh, hello. I was gonna film you on the back because you're such a sweet girl. I'm checking out your food, of course. You love a bag, hey? Oh, big stretch. She loves a bag. She loves a grocery bag. Oh, yeah.
Hello everyone, my name is Jenna, but you guys can call me Jen. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Hi, hello. Welcome to the start of another weekend vlog. Hello my beautiful friends. It's Friday the 13th today, and I am feeling particularly chill right now. I finished work. I did a couple of productive things in the middle of my day. I cleaned this one's litter box, gave it a good old scrub, got my grocery order in. It was just a couple things. I'm making tacos tonight and I'm so excited. And I got myself a little treat, a little cake as a treat. I'm so excited. Good morning, sweetness. It's not morning anymore, but she just woke up from a nap. Do you have anything to say? The most important of words. Anyways, friends, it's the weekend. I'm all sorts of excited because I got no plans whatsoever. Not a one. Other than reading and writing. I have to do my hour for my March experiment at some point. I don't even know. It's like 20 to 6, so I should probably do at least some of it now. But I have been sitting here just messing around on my computer since being done work, so I should probably do something. Probably. I also have a printed off timeline. I got a whole bunch of printed off stuff. I got my order from Staples. I finished, or updated, not finished, updated my book journals. So let me grab those. But I updated those. I got all my little print offs for it, which I'm very excited about. Updated all sorts of stuff in yield journals. Things are great. Things are wonderful. I love getting my little printouts updated with like the cover thumbnails and all that stuff that I need to fill out my book journals. It just makes things so nice and new and fun again. I also started the other night another TBR side quest, which involves this stack of books behind you. So at some point this weekend, we're going to be doing a taste test of a bunch of different things, and we're going to see if I end up reading any of those. That's going to be saved for a TBR side quest. Other than that, I would really like to finish up The Trident and the Pearl by Sarah K.L. Wilson this weekend, and perhaps dive into something else. Who's to say? For that one, I am still 200 pages through, and I haven't read it since I last talked to you. So let me show you some stuff. We're gonna clip this to my glasses. We're gonna do an overhead shot. It's gonna be great. Okay, so book journal here. We ended up, i.e. me. Oh, I also got an order of my frames finally for my 5 stars page. I'm so happy about it. I spent a long time trying to figure out the orientation of this on this page, which is going to be fun. So some of them can fit 2 cover thumbnails, some of them can only fit like 1, but it's totally fine. If I have more than the allotted space of 5 stars, it's going to be a great year, but as so far I only have 3. So who's to say? But anyways, yes, I have printed out a couple little baby thumbnails. So I got my little tiny thumbnails here for this page. I also need to fill out one more of these because I did finish another book last night. But I finally got my thumbnails started to be printed out for things, which is exciting. I love actually seeing things start to come together. Makes my heart happy. All these different places where I needed thumbnails for, you know? It just makes it more lived in, if you will. This is also a nice little flip through of my journal that you haven't quite seen some of these things, like the full month-long scrapbook pages. I am part of the Book Lovers Collective's mail, like monthly mail thing. So every time I get a monthly, this little thing and this thing are from the January mail club situation. So I've been using those in my scrapbooking, which has been really fun. See, all these little thumbnails are now filled in. I do have to fill in this one. We got these as well, etc., etc. We got March. This is another one of those mail club ones. Absolutely adorable. And this white thing as well. Use some of my frames here for March. And this is where we cut off for thumbnails, but that's okay. Happy about that. Excited. Did I fill anything in here? No. But yeah, so that's the book journal so far. And then the media journal, we have sort of updated as well with all of my cover thumbnails. So we love that. I ended up, I don't know why, but sometimes when I size things on Canva, I measure how big this box is supposed to be. And when I measure on Canva, it says it's the size. And then when I get it printed, it's not. So I don't know what is happening there. But we've got all sorts of things. I started this in January and just never continued this book. I'm like 45 pages into it. I'll get back to it eventually. But yes, I've also started doing, if I have like big spaces here, I'll like do like a tiny little bit of scrapbooking just to fill in the book a little bit, because why not? It makes it kind of fun. An Arcane Inheritance, Poet Empress. Started at Aisha. I have no thoughts yet because I actually have to buckle in and read that. Nightshade and Oak. And this one this is the bookmark from the pre-order package that I got. I also have a piece of art which like you can kind of see a face right there if it wants to focus, right there, of the artwork. And then for the Trident and the Pearl, the author was handing out these beautiful cards, these beautiful art cards by Burgot's Bella. And so I decided to paste that in here as well because I think it's pretty to have. And like, what else am I going to do with the character art and like some bookmarks and stuff like that? I have nothing else to do with them. So anyways, that is also finished in Emily Austen last night. I should put the star rating and stuff. But yeah, that's my media journal so far. And then I have, of course, more media in the back of like actual media, not just books. But that's what I got. So yes, my friends, this week is going to be very, very, very chill. I have a sourdough currently proofing in my microwave. I have plans to do some writing and some creative stuff this weekend, just slowly chipping away at Far Horizons Book 1. As is wonderful, I did do a big change to the beginning, so that's what I've been working on, of like slowly integrating that change in the 20,000 words that I have written. So we'll be working on that at some point today and continuing that work as well. But because it's so close to 6, maybe I'll make dinner first and then I'll do my writing a little later. I don't know. We'll find out. But yes, it's gonna be a very chill weekend, my friends. Welcome to the vlog. I'm so happy you're here. It's gonna be a good one.
The reasons why I don't clean up my clothes sometimes. Because baby likes to nap. Hi, Booba. Oh, you saying hello? You having a good snooze? Oh my goodness, having a big snooze. Wow. You're my baby. Oh, snoozy girl.
Hello friends, happy Saturday, technically Sunday because it's 2:15 in the morning. Also welcome to my child who is my co-star in this. Hi. Also, I'm not getting my little mic. I've been sitting here and I don't remember where I put it. I think it's on my desk. That's fine. I have been sat here all day, very chill. I finished a book today. What did I do with it? Oh, it's over here. I finished The Trident and the Pearl by Sarah K.L. Wilson, and I think this was very solid. I don't particularly love it. Like 3.5, 4-star vibes for me, but I definitely enjoyed it. The writing is beautiful. I enjoyed the story, and the lore of this world's, I think, my favorite thing. So closely followed in second by the character of our main character, because she is someone that is so... people are going to hate her or love her. And I kind of follow, like, I love the character work of her, but as a person, I want to strangle her, you know? Which I think is an interesting mark of a good author, because, like, she is real and human of a character because she makes mistakes. She chooses to do shit that makes the reader go, what the fuck, Corliss? Why? And then she learns from her mistakes. And she realizes how fucking wrong she was, and she admits that she's wrong, which we love. We love a girl who can admit that when they're wrong. And it has such fascinating work with the lore and the gods in here that I think my love of that specifically, and the fact that the gods feel so mortal, that is overpowering the slightly thin actual world building of like what it feels like to live in this world, because it feels like a lot of the islands are just like tiny little like empty not empty rooms, but they're like filled in little scenes in like a vast empty ocean, which is not true because we have so much of a world in here. It just, I don't know, the way that they are presented, it feels like there's, like, this is the entire world, right? But our entire story kind of involves the space between my two fingers there and the Crocus Isles. And then also on the Isle of Okeanos. And then because we're spending time with the gods like in an in-between state, it just feels a lot like we're standing in misty white rooms and the characters are just standing there. And there's not a lot of like set dressing, but there is. It's a weird way to describe it. Like I feel like our world isn't like lived in because a lot of our world that we get to experience is so destroyed and nobody's alive. And then our main character, Corliss, gets swept off to this island that is the home of a god. And that's it, you know? Like she is experiencing this and the water, and then she travels, like she can fast travel essentially to different places, and she kind of fast travels through the Crocus Isles. So maybe that's why it's giving me that vibe, is because she's not actually spending time there or living there. It's because we get to the Isles as they're being utterly devastated, and Cora has to make this choice and gives this oath to this god, and then marries this god, and then gets swept away by this god to his island. And so like we didn't get any time in these places because they were just devastated. And my cat is playing with my fairy lights. My darling, they have been up for months. Is this you telling me I need to take them down? Maybe specifically those 2 Christmas cards. But I did really enjoy the reading of this. I think it was lush and wonderful and has set up so much lore with the gods themselves that I am very excited to see where the next book takes it. Definitely not a romantasy. I think I said it was a romantasy in my last vlog, but it's not. It's a romantic fantasy with fantasy forward, because there is like 2 kisses in here and that's it. So very, very slow burn too with the relationship, because our main character, Cora, lost her husband at the beginning of this. Ghost! Leave my lights alone. I swear to God. Baby, what are you doing? I'm gonna stop her. But, so I finished that today. You are being a tiny nuisance. You know that? Yeah. A nuisance. Leave my shit alone. So yeah, I finished that today. Did some knitting. Also have, in the past little bit, made some progress on my next TBR side quest episode. Very fun. And then I also went through a little weird stomach thing for a while. I don't know. Stomach decided to betray me today, and then I feel better now. So after, you know, just kind of curling up in a ball for a couple hours, having a little bit of tea, having a Tums, seems to have subsided. So hopefully my stomach doesn't come for me in the middle of the night. But my desk is so messy right now because I have books everywhere. I also slid around my shelves a little bit. They're just moved around because you see here, my books are usually in the middle, but because I had to move so many things around, they end up now here, which is interesting. So they're not going to be in frame in videos anymore, but that's fine. Because were they ever in focus? No, they were in frame in my heart. And now I have a bunch of books that are facing out, which makes me happy, because that means I have space on my shelves to put more books on them. From over there on my fireplace mantle, I can put books on my shelves again. So I have Principal Moments faced out. I have these 2 babies faced out. Sky on Fire is. Gideon is at the end there. Chain Gang All-Stars is faced out. My book is faced out, but my other books are behind it. And same with Tusk Love, like it has books behind it. So it's like some of them, secret books are behind them to like fill up space, you know? But this is what I've been doing because I've been doing my like cull of books. I've officially decided I'm getting rid of these 2 books, Jade City and Jade War, because I just don't love the series that much. So why keep them on my shelves? They're just taking up space. I'm also going to get rid of Light from Uncommon Stars by Rika Aoki. I read it and it was enjoyable, but it's not one that's like a favorite or anything, so it's not going to stay on my shelves. I'm also getting rid of these 2 books, which I read the first one of, Here There Be Dragons by Something Owens, James A. Owen And then the second one is The Search for the Red Dragon, which I've never read. So another one I'm being taken off of my TBR. I don't even think it was on my TBR, to be honest. I like had a little scroll through and I didn't see it. So might have just been one that I missed. I am happy to be in this phase of just pulling things off my shelves that don't bring me joy anymore. I swear to guys, you should see the pile of books I have in this corner. It's also compounded by the fact that there's a box here full of shit because Freya, but like it's a big fucking pile of books. Like it goes all the way down, like big pile. So I'm gonna let my friends have first grab. Oh, I also, you saw that right? That is my entire stack of the Rebecca Brown Horse trilogy. Why? I just didn't really like the trilogy that much. I like Black Sun enough, but like overall the trilogy just is forgettable to me. I know I hate that. So many people love it. So I'm removing them from my shelves. But yeah, I'm gonna let my friends have first grab at them because they love when I have a little unhaul because I am ruthless with my books, as is apt. I should go through the books under my bed too because I haven't seen those in a long time. I don't remember what's under there. Yes, I have books under my bed and I have books in there. Look at that baby over there. And I have books in that corner too. I don't know how they got there, but they did. Thankfully, I don't have any more books under there because that is where I was keeping all of the possible unhauls for my TBR side quests. But I've moved them all either to the unhaul pile or in the random piles around my place. But it feels so nice. You know what I mean? This is my version of spring cleaning. And it's giving me so many ideas for like video possibilities, which is crazy because I haven't done like a themed vlog in a really long time. I should. It would be very fun, but like crazy. And I still have room to like still squish my books because I don't know what it is about this here. The way that I've got my books like stacked and grouped together, like all my Tea Kingfishers and the Yume Katases here are just, they're so delightful to look at. The groupings of books is so delightful to look at. I don't know why. And they are all grouped where there are studs in the wall, so it's very secure. Because that terrifies me regularly. Anyways, but yes, I love when I get to touch up and clean up my bookshelves a little bit. It's so nice. It really is. Isn't it, Bean? Hey, come here. What are you doing? What are you doing? You checking things out? Yeah. I still have a gift here that was my friend's for Secret Santa. We haven't been able to connect for me to give that to her and it's been months. That is the update, my friends. It's Saturday. I finished a book today. Feel great. Also started another book, but that is particularly for the TBR side quest. I've also did not do any work on Sage's story today, so definitely have to catch up on that tomorrow. This week, low-key, has been very low motivation week for that. I've kind of lost the pretty luster I had last week with that story. Can't do that. Can't let myself do that. So we gotta pick it back up again. But I'm allowing myself today because today was a very chill day and didn't feel well for a number of hours there. So it's fine. It's fine. You know, it's not fine. The fact that it's now almost 2:30. I gotta go to bed. But I wanted to just update y'all on the happenings in the Collignan household. So yes, my friends, I will catch you tomorrow for Sunday. I love the skedaddle. I love the skedaddle so much. Baba. Is that your new toy? And you stole it off my bookshelf, eh? You like Mr. Ghosty? You like Mr. Ghosty? Oh yeah, she says, oh yeah. This is my safe, Mom, thanks. Hello friends, happy Monday. I am here gosh, it's Monday and this vlog is already really short. This weekend was kind of weird. I have, for 3 days in a row, had a weird stomach every night, and I found the culprit. It is my Lactaid pills. They're making my stomach hurt, and I am so fucking pissed about that. What do you mean? My Lactaid pills are making my stomach hurt, which I take them to not make my stomach hurt from lactose. So, anyways, not having fun with that. I hate that so much. It's fine though, because it like goes away after a couple hours of just like a little pain. So tonight I have it again because I had pizza for dinner. So I took one just to see if it would do anything. And it's like the very lightest of pain. And I'm just like, this is bullshit. This is bullshit. What do you mean I've developed this? Don't need this in my life. I want to enjoy cheese. I also have really dry skin on my eye, as you can tell from that red spot. One of my students tonight was like, Bestie, what did you do to your eye? And I'm like, Bestie, that, my friend, is dry skin. It just does that sometimes, which is the most annoying. At least it's not under my eye. Under my eye, when it gets like along my eyelash line here, when that's itchy, like the flakes get in my eye, I hate it so much. Anyways, you don't need to know all that. I'm just a little chatty. I realized though that this weekend was just like this vlog is so short. I didn't have that much to talk to you guys about, which I'm so sorry. I guess that just kind of happens. Every once in a while, there's a shorter vlog that happens. But yeah, I ended up finishing a book this weekend. I finished Sarah K. L. Wilson's The Trident and the Pearl, which I ended up giving 3.5 stars. Woo. Also, I didn't tell you guys in this vlog, but I did finish an Emily Austen earlier this week, which I gave 4 stars, which was very delightful. Really lovely, quick read. Love that for me. And I have mentioned a few times that I am in the middle of another TBR side quest, hence the giant unhaul pile. It's getting precarious. And I'm excited because I'm currently reading 2 books for that. I'm reading City of Bones by Martha Wells, which I am this close to DNFing. And I'm also like reading with just my eyes Spelljammer by Django Wexler, which is fun, but is not really giving me anything. I'm just having a good time reading it because like I'm not connecting to anything, which is might be just because I'm reading it with my eyes, or just might be the story. So who's to say? And then I've got a couple like options for like I want to try maybe TBR books, and then I just picked up another one. So I have a couple more that I wanted to like do a taste test with for that video that I just didn't get to yet. I think I have 3 more, and Gutter Child was one of them. So I'm gonna do that while I'm sitting here. I'm gonna do that taste test for that one, and potentially for these other 2 here, which are The Ruin of Kings by Jen Lyons and The Nesting by CJ Cook. So a little behind the scenes of the next TBR side quest that's coming up. Hopefully I can polish off a couple books for that. But just know that the TBR is shrinking exponentially because of that vlog, and I'm so excited about it because I just keep moving things to the DNF pile. It feels nice. It's a massive purge. Like it's been a long time since I've purged this many books off my TBR, so it's very satisfying. Or just off my shelves in general. Like that pile is as tall as my desk. Like taller than my desk. Feels good. We love that. Also, tomorrow is the start of the Trans Rights Readathon, which is really fun and exciting. I think I have my plan for this readathon. I'm going to be reading a library book for it because I have this library book out, which is Womb City by Solo Samasi. I'm gonna have to check out how to say their name or Sarah name? Yeah, Sarah. And also got a book by River Solomon on my Kobo model home. I've read a River Solomon previously and enjoyed it. I have also DNF'd a River Solomon previously, but like, we'll see. And then I also have this one off my TBR by Rye Herman that I forgot. The author, I believe, is either trans or non-binary. So it works for the Trans Rights Readathon, so I can read another book off my TBR for it. We love that. They, them. So non-binary author for that. So this will probably be linking into next weekend. But yeah, I'm probably going to film a little here and there as I read for it. Exciting. We shall see what we get up to next. But yes, my friends, I got no work done on Sage's Story this weekend. Oops. So March Experiment kind of blipped a little this past weekend, but that's okay. We're going to just get back on it. Hopefully things will be wonderful and fine. I am going to sit back on my couch and then finish this vlog officially and get it up for you guys. We love that. I've been watching Ray go through, I also made tea. That's what I did. I've been watching Valkyrie go through Resident Evil 3 is today. I watched her play through all of Resident Evil 2. Very fun. And now she's playing through Resident Evil 3. And I believe she's going to go through Resident Evil 4 soon. So we're being fed with Resident Evil content. Like, I've been watching so much Resident Evil stuff that I've just, I'm like, I'm not a gamer, but I'm like, low-key, do I play this game? Do I play one of these games? Even though I'm not a scary content person, like, I like watching people play scary games. And like, these games seem super, super fun, but also like low-key above my pay grade or my skill, my ability. I don't know about that, but I just like, I keep watching them and I'm like, wait, this looks like it'd be really fun to play through the Resident Evil series. And I'm like, that's crazy. That's so many games. So I'll just watch people play it because I don't have the time to play through video games myself. I got other things going on. But this is fun to watch other people play it, because I also am not a good gamer. Like, I'm not good at games, you know what I mean? So that would probably take me for fucking ever to get through the Resident Evil games. Anyways, that, my friends, is the update. What a day. I am so tired. I'm so sleepy. Yes, got my tea over here. I'm gonna queue up ye old TV, and we're gonna get started with my late night parties. It's like 1:45, so I'm gonna have my tea, gonna calm down, gonna finish editing this vlog, get this up for y'all, and go to bed. That's the plan anyways. And yes, my friends, I will catch you in another video very soon. Stay kind and keep on reading.